me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my paw and look at my dogs from. Way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light ear just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
T-Rag got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Your chain, name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting nothing back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay, look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but in front of bait. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, with the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna see focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie, You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say so what you gonna do with it? Stop playing with it, baby. Nah. If you gonna do it, then do it. Don't play with it, baby. Exactly. Yeah. Cause you ain't built like that.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
4-yard line.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Richardson on the
defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
24-yard gain.
That one goes for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And the pressure gets to him again. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Mayfield on play action. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for the Browns. 43 yards.
At the 37.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. They run again on first down, Chubb. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The tackle made.
Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 24, Mayfield caught left side. It's Beckham. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns have taken the early lead. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Bengals nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They're on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
2nd and 5. At their 49-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, alert 33.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
57 Mike. Mike 57.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
For Harrison.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
57.
from the gun. It's a give to Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And his kick is right through.
Browns 14, Bengals nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
A gain of 20.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Joe Mixon on
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
43-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Joe Mixon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
39-yard line.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, he's going to go for it all. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
Intended for John.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi, and this Browns defense stands tall. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration, and he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And a nice carry and a 1st down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
That's good for 28 yards.
28 more yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
To Dontrell Hilliard. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and
from the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Jermaine Pratt there on the tackle. No gain on the play.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Under pressure, they got him again. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
Burrow's pass.
A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Gain of 13.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Parkey's kick is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was looking for John Ross that time. And now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, distinctive destination.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. And again, it's Chubb. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
On the carry.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And there's a completion to Austin Hooper. What a big-time acquisition for this offense in Cleveland. Came from Atlanta as a two-time Pro Bowler, had nearly 800 yards in receptions and 6 touchdowns last year, and he spent a lot of time with his quarterback in order for them to get on the same page on every snap.
2 yards on the pick.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Mayfield with
they're pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he fires one, but incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now, the offense has to pick their game up as well. And if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Mixon. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
51, Mike 51.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Burrow will throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And a Bengal.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try to get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Made at the 47.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A gain of 13, it's a first down.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football, but right now they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 41-yard
Third
line.
quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. They go play action with Burrow. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
To John Ross.
John Ross, 93 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Mayfield to his new target, Hooper, for a Cleveland first.
First and 10.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Yeah, let's go sandwich. 44 the mark. 44 the mark. Check. I got it. 44.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A gain of
a very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Cincinnati.
Throwing now. Burrow on 1st down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
And a Bengals first down.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for the Browns TD.
Touchdown.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
On second down, Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
And it's third.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, watch the screen.
Now it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Larry Ogunjobi in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And taken right at the 35. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Hilliard, and he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Hilliard, the ball carrier.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. One of the best around, Big Geno Atkins there on the stop, an 8-time Pro Bowler, including each of the last 6 seasons.
Here we go, D. Mike 55.
And they will take a knee here. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Browns, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on Washington. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.